my name is Jenna, and I'm going to be going over some division problems with you guys. So, our first question. How many times can 7 go into 1,310? So, we know that 7 times 2 is 14, but 14 is bigger than 13. So that means that 7 can go into 13 one time. So then we write a 7 down here. And now we're going to subtract 7 from 13, which is 6. We know that 6 is smaller than 7, so we aren't able to pull any 7s out of 6. So now we have to pull down the 1. Now we have to see how many times 7 can go into 61, which we know is 8. 8 times 7 is 56. So now we have to subtract 56 from 61, which is 5. So now, again, we see that 5 is smaller than 7, and we aren't able to pull any 7s out of 5. So we pull down this 0. And then we see how many times 7 can go into 50. So we can look back at our work and see that 7 times 8 is 56. So then if we do 7 times 7, that will be 49. So then we subtract 49 from 50, and we have 1 left over. Now we see we don't have any more numbers to pull down. So we have this 1 left over 1. We don't leave the 1 down here because it's part of our answer. So we need to make sure that we write this 1 up here as R1, because we're saying that it is a remainder 1. So we have 187 remainder 1 as our answer. We make sure to put remainder 1 because we want people to know that it is a single 1, but it is not one group of 7. So that's why we write the R1 there, to distinguish between it being one group of 7 or being one remaining 1. So now we can go down here and we can look at this problem, which is how many times can 8 go into 1,608? So we know that 8 times 2 is 16. So now we subtract 16 from 16, which gives us a 0. And 8 can go into 0 times because it's 0. And then we look right here and we see another 0. And we know that 8 can't go into 0. So we write that 0 right up here. So now the only number that we have left is another 8. And we know that 8 can go into itself one time. So now we get our answer, which is 201. So 8 can go into 1,608 201 times. Now the difference between these two questions is 8 divides 1,608 evenly. So for this question, we don't have a remainder. But for this question, we have one remaining single. So we write this one, like I said earlier, as 187 sevens with a remaining 1. And then we write this question as 201 eighths.